more artistic than mathematical, believe it or not. At least the way I approach it. And it's going to be because of where the graph sits. Let me do something here real quick, guys. I'm going to shut the PowerPoint down and shove the graph up a little bit so that it sits up on the board.
While you're erasing that, I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why if those things mean the same or close to the same thing, why are the mode and the median the same and that first formula was so much different? Why do we have a 4.1 and a 3?
Great question, Candace. Anybody want to field that one?
Just because.
That's actually the best answer. They won't always be that way.
Okay.
The median and the mode will not always match up perfectly.
Because they're
Think of it this way.
exact, not
Think of it,
exact.
right. It's just a distribution of the numbers. Sometimes the numbers will be distributed differently. The mode is often the most flip-floppy because the mode is based on simply a repeated occurrence of a data point. And if certain data points, and this goes back to one you were asking about, Rachel, we'll get into on Thursday, with grades and things like that, you can get bimodal or trimodal distributions where you just happen to have a bunch of different values. Just happenstance, my friend. Just happenstance. Say that again.
Sometimes you have none.
Sometimes you have not. Tell me your name again.
Chrissy.
Chrissy, thank you. Sometimes there is no mode. If every single one of the 35 people in this room had a different number of keys, which would be amazing, that would be a non-modal distribution. There is no mode. Yeah, so the mode, this is not indicative of all data sets, my friend. Some textbooks try to make it be, they say, well, in skewed data, the mean is all. No, there's nothing, such a thing as always when it comes to defining these things. There is no always. All right, so here's the graph. I tried to clean it up a little bit by bringing it up onto the board so we can mark the board up. Any ideas how to find the median? What are you thinking, David?
I would take each bar and the amount of numbers in each bar and evenly distribute the possible numbers. Like for 3 to 5, it's at like 17, so you'd have like about 5 3s, about 5 4s, about 5 5s.
I love that. I love that. So how can you find a median then? Where do you have to go?
Eventually you come out with a sort of list, like 9 to 11, there's only one number, so I put a 10.
So what David is saying in his mind he can do is, he can say, okay, there's 10 in this bar, right? There's 10 numbers in this bar. Let's treat every number in this bar, even easier than what you're describing, David, which I love what you're describing. Let's just call all the numbers in this bar what? 1. Call them all 1. Call them all
4.
Call them all. Call that one.
10.
Call that one. And then create that list like we had before. Have 10 ones, 17 4s, 5 7s, and so forth. And then start crossing until you get down to the middle. Now the beauty of that is, we don't even have to make the list, we can just cross off the graph. Ready? I just crossed those 2 off the top. Cross 2 off the bottom. Well, if you make it happier, cross off the bottom. I mean, it doesn't make any difference because they're all 1s anyway. I'm doing the same thing I did with those blue slashes when they were written out, except I'm doing it on the graph. I'm going to cross off that 1 right there. He's gone. I got to take 1 more of the ones off of this bar. I'm still not done with this bar yet, right?
Right.
How many I got here?
7.
I got, looks like 5, I think,
Oh,
yeah?
5.
Is that 5? I think that's 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to take 5 more of these off, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've taken off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've taken off 8 of these, correct?
Yeah.
So there's 2 left on this bar. I'll take 2 off of this bar, and then take those remaining 2 off of that bar. So now everything is now left is contained in the 4 bar. And I can keep crossing if you want to. You can keep crossing, but you're crossing off 4s. And eventually you're going to have 1 left, aren't you?
Yep.
And that 1 is going to be called a 4 anyway. So David, we're doing your idea, but you can just do it directly on the graph if you want to, which is kind of slick actually. It's kind of slick to do it that way. So the median we're going to call 4. How close is it to our median that we calculated manually? Pretty damn good. Our median was 3. We came up with 4. We're in the same bar at least. Kind of neat. You can get a lot of this without actually having the actual raw numbers in front of you. We save the best for last. How do you get the average? The average, the mean. Any idea? I'll vote for adding up the bottom ones, so the 1, the 4, the 7, the 10, the 13. I love that idea, actually. I need a little bit more. Can I turn? Let's do it over there. Let's keep it over there.